Hello, hosers! It's us, the Canuckle Heads, and today we're bringing you some The Stanley Parable. It's your hosts, Niggles,
And creamy.
and yeah, neither of us have played this game before, so we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. So let's go.
We hope you enjoy.
The end is loading.
Sure is.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright.
So,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I think you
Stanley
can talk
decided to
over
go to the
narrator
meeting
a
room.
bit.
Perhaps he had
Yeah.
simply missed a memo.
Alright.
so this is the Stanley Parable.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose
not
you were to click the door
achievement-worthy.
20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
20 times. Just spam click.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly.
You gotta go click on it 50 times.
Oh,
What are you doing?
screw that.
What are you doing? You a scrub?
I am a scrub. I'm sorry. I just can't help myself. I'm the
When
scrubletist.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So, the question is, do you enter the door on
I
the left?
disobey.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, that's Stanley.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
It is a nice
Stanley
room.
simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So,
This time I'll
And
do
so
it.
he detoured
Alright.
through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
alright. So yeah.
That's some of the best advice I've ever read. How to not get fired. Don't get fired. Ladies and gents, words of the wise.
Oh, you gotta go in the broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Or did he?
Well, I don't know. This is pretty crazy.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens next.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting
He's
in the broom
sitting
closet.
in the broom
He wasn't
closet.
even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Oh, that's Stanley.
Not quite sure what FA means,
Are you
but
really still in the broom
alright.
closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because
Please offer me some
reason.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Get on that mop bucket.
I can't jump.
Oh. That's
You do
disheartening.
realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Alright, well.
So what now?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Is that it?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Not
Probably
quite.
only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
The best way to live, ladies and gents.
Quite a
Well, I've
rewarding
come to a
list,
very
huh?
definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. In a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Alright, ladies and gents, we've wasted enough of your
Anyone
time.
who happens to be nearby, the person at this coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
Way
his
to just
boss's
cut off
office.
the narrator.
That's the best way to narrate a cut off. Well, this is extravagant. Lavish. One might even
Stepping
say.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
exquisite.
indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being
Try
held from him?
0000.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had
could it
assigned
be?
it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by
How did he
simply
know?
pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
Well, that
enter
was
the
fortunate.
correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped
Okay.
into the newly opened passageway.
Let's go.
Oh. Let's take the elevator
Where could it go?
to a loading screen.
Where will the loading screen take us? Most likely back to the game, but who really knows?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It
Right.
was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Not for long, ladies and gents.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'll take my chances.
Okay. So where does
The
this
door
go?
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
That's how men do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's ominous.
A little bit.
Alright then. Let's see what happens from here on in.
Yeah. Alright. It would appear Stanley has acquired some long fall boots.
Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
I'll just do this, and
Stanley
I'll
can't
probably
see
do
the
that.
bigger picture. He doesn't know the
No,
real
no,
story.
man.
No.
Trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps
Yeah, well.
his death was of no
So wait, what are those
consequence,
doing?
but plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned,
Squish him.
willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh well,
Okay.
it happens.
This does not make this sense to me. Okay.
Farewell, Stanley, cried
Wahoo!
the narrator, as Stanley was
The
led
narrator has a
helplessly into
narrator.
the enormous metal jaws.
Sure
In a
seems that way.
single visceral instant, Stanley
What is
was
this, Stranger
obliterated
Than Fiction?
as the machine crushed
seems that
every
way.
bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Ah! Got all of them subterranean walkways. Oh my goodness. It's the Stanley
And yet
Parable.
it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Ladies and gents, are you as confused as I am?
When every path you
I
can walk
certainly
has been
am.
created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life
Wait,
the
wait,
same.
wait, look at that map thing.
Do you see now? Do you
That.
see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Stanley's computer.
Well, this is a confusing set of events.
Yeah, most definitely.
I have no idea what is goings on. Oh look, it's a museum of everything that we've encountered. Alright, Warzone.
We have not encountered that.
Warzone being Vietnam. Yeah,
That is a window.
sure is. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image.
Image
Was
does
that
look
clock
like-
before? I don't even know. Alright, so I guess this is the end of the Stanley Parable.
I guess so. Might as well keep exploring for a bit.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah,
Ladies and gentlemen, the Stanley Parable.
this was.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
What?
How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape.
What?
Press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as
Escape?
you move forward, you'll be walking someone else.
And then quit. You win!
Wahoo! Yeah! Ladies and gents, the Stanley Parable.